Welcome! This video provides an educational breakdown inspired by the books of Dr. Myles Munroe, particularly his work on potential, purpose, and personal development. We'll explore today 10 core principles that can reshape how you think about your life, your gifts, and your future. These aren't just ideas, they're frameworks for living with intention. This isn't about motivation, it's about understanding. Understanding who you are, what you carry, and how to steward it well. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Graveyard of Unfulfilled Potential. The wealthiest place on earth isn't a bank or a treasure vault. It's a graveyard. Inside every cemetery lie unwritten books, unbuilt businesses, unsung songs, and unrealized dreams. Potential that was never activated becomes potential that is buried forever. Most people die with their gifts still inside them, not because they lacked ability, but because they never understood what they carried. Potential is not what you've done, it's what you're capable of doing. And until you recognize that gap, you remain a prisoner of comfort. Modern example. Think of someone who spent 30 years in a job they tolerated, always saying, "One day I'll start that project." One day never came, not because of external barriers, but because they never took the first step. They confused survival with purpose. Practical takeaway. Write down one thing you've been avoiding or delaying. Not a task, something deeper. A conversation, a creative risk, a career shift. Acknowledge it. That's where your buried potential lives. Chapter 2. You are not what you do. Identity is not the same as activity. Many people define themselves by their job title, their role, or their function, but those are assignments, not essence. When the job ends, the role changes, or the season shifts, they lose themselves. You are not a teacher, you are someone who teaches. You are not an entrepreneur, you are someone with the capacity to build. The distinction matters. One is temporary, the other is eternal. Your identity is rooted in who you were created to be, not in what circumstances have asked you to perform. Modern example. Consider the executive who retires and falls into depression. For decades, their worth was tied to their position. Without the title, they feel invisible. But the qualities that made them effective, vision, discernment, leadership, didn't retire. They simply need a new expression. Practical takeaway. Finish this sentence without using a job title or role. I am someone who. Describe your qualities, not your credentials. This is the beginning of identity clarity. Chapter 3. Purpose is built into design. Everything created has a purpose embedded in its design. A seed doesn't need to be taught how to become a tree. It already knows. The instruction is in the design. The same is true for you. Your gifts, your inclinations, your natural responses, they aren't random, they're clues. When you feel most alive, most engaged, most useful, you're brushing up against your design. Purpose isn't something you invent, it's something you discover by paying attention to how you were made. Modern example. A woman spends years in corporate finance but feels drained. Then she volunteers to organize a community event and feels energized. It's not that finance was wrong, it's that her design includes gathering, coordinating, and creating spaces for connection. Once she sees that, she can steward it intentionally even within her current role. Practical takeaway. Ask yourself, what do I do that makes time disappear? That's not leisure, it's alignment. Track those moments this week. They're breadcrumbs pointing toward your design. Chapter 4. Vision pulls you forward. Vision is not daydreaming. It's a clear internal picture of a future state that compels you to move. Without vision, you drift. With it, you navigate. Vision creates direction, even in uncertainty. Most people wait for perfect clarity before they move, but vision doesn't work that way. It reveals itself in stages. You don't need to see the entire staircase, just the next step. Vision gives you the courage to take that step, even when the path isn't fully lit. Modern example: a young professional feels stuck, but has a vague sense they want to help people build better habits. They don't have a business plan. They start writing short posts online. One leads to a conversation. That leads to a small workshop. Vision didn't give them a roadmap, it gave them a direction. The path formed as they walked. Practical takeaway: write one sentence describing what you want to see exist in the world because of your life. Not a goal, a vision. Let it be simple. Let it guide this month's decisions. Chapter 5. Your gifts aren't for you. Potential is given, but it's not given for personal consumption. It's given for contribution. Your gifts are meant to solve problems, serve others, and meet needs beyond your own. This is the paradox. You are most fulfilled when you stop trying to fill yourself. Hoarding your gifts leads to frustration. Releasing them leads to fruitfulness. The question isn't, what will make me happy? It's, what problem can I solve? What need can I meet? Purpose is found in usefulness. Modern example: a graphic designer spends years chasing high-paying clients but feels empty. Then a nonprofit asks for help with a campaign. The pay is minimal, but the work matters. Suddenly, the craft feels meaningful again. The skill didn't change, the orientation did. Practical takeaway: identify one skill or resource you have. This week, use it to help one person without expecting anything in return. Notice how it shifts your internal state. Chapter 6. Discipline protects potential. Talent without discipline is wasted. Discipline is not punishment, it's protection. It protects your potential from distraction, procrastination, and drift. It creates the structure that allows gifts to mature. Many people mistake freedom for the absence of structure, but true freedom comes from structure. Discipline creates margin. Margin creates space, and space creates the conditions for growth. Without discipline, potential remains dormant. Modern example: an aspiring writer has ideas but no routine. They write only when inspired. Years pass and the book never materializes. Then they commit to writing for 30 minutes every morning. The quality isn't perfect at first, but consistency builds momentum. 6 months later, they have a draft. Discipline didn't kill creativity, it made room for it. Practical takeaway: choose one small discipline related to your potential, not a massive overhaul, just one repeatable action. Morning pages, a weekly review, a daily walk. Commit to it for 2 weeks. Watch what shifts. Chapter 7. You can't lead where you haven't been. Leadership is not authority. It's experience translated into guidance. You can't take people where you've never gone. If you want to lead others into clarity, you must first find it yourself. If you want to inspire discipline, you must first practice it. This doesn't mean perfection, it means process. People don't follow polished presentations, they follow authentic journeys. Your struggles, your lessons, your growth, they become the map for others, but only if you walk the path first. Modern example: a manager wants their team to embrace feedback, but they themselves avoid difficult conversations. The gap is obvious, trust erodes. Then they start working with a coach, facing their own discomfort. Slowly, they model what they're asking for. The team notices, culture shifts. Practical takeaway: identify one quality you want to cultivate in others. Patience, courage, consistency. Ask yourself, am I practicing this myself? If not, start there. Leadership begins with self-leadership.
Chapter 8. Time reveals, pressure refines. Potential is revealed over time, not overnight, and it's refined under pressure, not in comfort. The seasons you want to rush are often the ones doing the deepest work. Frustration is often a sign that something is forming. Pressure doesn't create potential, it exposes it. It brings to the surface what's real and what's pretense. It shows you what you're made of. And though pressure is uncomfortable, it's also necessary. Without it, potential remains theoretical. Modern example. A startup founder faces a crisis. Funding dries up. A key partner leaves. The easy path is to quit. Instead, they simplify, pivot, and rebuild with what they have. The pressure forces clarity. A year later, the company is stronger, leaner, and more focused. The crisis didn't destroy potential, it refined it. Practical takeaway. Reflect on a current pressure point in your life. Instead of resisting it, ask, what is this revealing? What is this refining? Write down what you notice.
Chapter 9. Legacy is built in the margins. Legacy isn't what you announce, it's what you leave behind, and it's rarely built in the spotlight. It's built in the margins, the small decisions, the consistent actions, the moments no one sees. You don't need a platform to build legacy. You need integrity. You need presence. You need to show up day after day in the small spaces where your life touches others. That's where influence compounds. That's where potential becomes impact. Modern example. A teacher retires after 30 years. No awards, no headlines. But at the ceremony, dozens of former students share stories, how one conversation changed their trajectory, how one lesson gave them courage. The teacher didn't aim for legacy, they aimed for faithfulness. Legacy was the result. Practical takeaway. Think of one person in your life who needs encouragement. Reach out this week, not with anything grand, just with presence. That's legacy work. Chapter 10. The best time is now. You will never have more time than you have today. Waiting for the perfect moment is a trap. The perfect moment is a myth. The only moment you have is now, and now is enough. Your potential doesn't need ideal conditions, it needs activation. Start small, start messy, start scared, but start. Because potential that waits too long becomes regret. And the world doesn't need your perfection, it needs your participation. Modern example. A retiree always wanted to mentor young entrepreneurs, but felt unqualified. Then they offered to meet one person for coffee. That conversation leads to another. Within a year, they're advising 5 startups. They didn't wait for a title or a program. They started with one yes. Practical takeaway. Identify one action you've been postponing, not someday, this week. Schedule it. Do it imperfectly. Movement creates momentum. Your potential is not a mystery. It's already inside you. The question is, will you steward it? These principles aren't theories, they're invitations to see yourself clearly, to act with intention, to live in alignment with your design. You don't need permission, you don't need perfection, you just need to begin. Take one idea from this video, apply it this week, let it shift something, and then come back. Because understanding your potential isn't a one-time event, it's a lifelong practice. Thank you for watching. Now go build something meaningful.